Hello, everyone. Not usually speaking to you, am I? But I am today because I wanted to ask you, how many of you have actually been in a nativity play? When you were a wee one? When you were small? How many of you have been the angel or the wise man? Yeah, right. Most of us. Most of us. And how many of you have got an Advent calendar starting? Right? That's day 2 here. Right. So we're very, very familiar. We've got some here. But I had some thoughts, and I'm sure you did, because with music and so forth, you start very early thinking about Christmas and what you want this year. Have you thought about it? And I thought, what I really want, and I'm sure every single one of you, because you're here today, is to grow inside, to grow spiritually. That's really what we want. Everyone says you want the true meaning, you want, we must do this and that. But what we really want inside is to feel closer to that spirit, closer to God in our journey. That's what we want. So I thought, let's go back to basics. And the basics are the nativity scene, which I've been in Rome, lucky enough, on a December, and they have life-size in St. Peter's Square, life-size nativity, and people queue for hours to walk into St. Peter's and to pass by the nativity scene. What is it in that scene? And I've really been thinking about what is in that scene that we love, and we get the figures out, and we buy the calendars. So I'm going to shock you a bit, because I'm going to say, let's not talk about the baby Jesus. Let's not talk about what it's all supposed to mean in that way. Let's just look at what it actually is. And as I walked in there, the first thing you see is the baby. I'm not speaking right now about it being Jesus, which is the nativity, but that we're just looking at these things as symbols. We have all held a baby at some time, whether it's our own or someone else's. And with that baby, you get a flood of love. I don't know where it comes from. You have all experienced it at some time. You're not expecting it. You're a bit afraid to hold it, but you have a flood of love. And God is love. The baby is there, and we've all experienced holding a baby, whether it's our own or not. Can we just think a minute? Just think a second about that time. How lovely it felt. It's such a wonderful thing. The preciousness of life. The rebirth. The birth. We all started that way. We were all that tiny baby. We started our journey there. And then there's the adults. There's the mother and the father. The adults. These are the adults that have loved us and cared for us and nurtured us. The ones that didn't are not there. The ones that loved us and took care of us, whoever they were, are there. And because they loved us, they're beautiful. However old they were, or what they really looked like, to us they were beautiful. Because they loved us. And they're there. So in there, we're surrounded with love. And then there is our protection. We're always in a stable or in a cave. All right? And the elements, I think it was 22 degrees in Bethlehem yesterday. It's hot. The sun is scorching down. And we are protected from that sun. All the natural things of the world, the floods, the earthquakes, everything else, that shelter is there. It's God's protection. And we're there. And we're protected. Nature is there. The animals are there. But they're placid. And everything. Have you ever thought the food is there? The hay is there. The sheep are there that make our clothes. The animals are there, and they are not violent. They are not after us. They are peaceful. Everything is there. The food is already there. It's already cooked. We can lay all that aside as we get anxious. The food is there. The weather is there. It's warm. Everything's there. Absolutely everything. It's a wonderful place. A wonderful place. But that isn't all. There is a star. And that star tells us that we are guided. We're not just there for the food and the drink and human existence. The star is there. And if it seems terribly far away, the angel's there. If that star feels we can't get our guidance, we can't find our way, the angel's there, much closer. Much closer. It's a wonderful place. And it's all there. And it reminds us that it's all there. And we are protected. And we are loved. And we feel love. And it's all there for us. Now we're on a journey. And the people who are also standing there on their journey. So we're not alone there. And I think that's where our lessons come. Because we've got shepherds. And the shepherds of today are the uneducated. They're the simple folk. They're the people that serve us during the day, that we might think we're superior to. Hopefully not. And we've got the rich and the famous on camels, full of gold, full of wealth, and they're foreign. But that baby that we're visualizing in that manger, because it is Jesus, is going to be telling us in a few years how we can love the shepherds and the rich men. And that's another story. Another time. So we'll just be quiet for a minute. Thank you for letting me share what so far this December, it's only the 2nd. So have a moment. And Helena will sing the Virgin's slumber song.